Hey, what's good? Live and direct, bringing you in depth and close and personal into the neighborhood. So we over here at Sweet Bob's. I'm going to talk to good buddy Bruce, talk about a little business and entrepreneurial insight that he might have to share with us. So this is the place right here, right around the corner, the neighborhood. What's going in? Nice, enjoyable, hospitable environment. Early in the afternoon during the weekday on Monday. Just getting things prepared for later on today. A couple of video games, so on and so forth. We head on over here to the bar, watch a little TV, have a little something to sip on. This over here is a man of the hour.
How y'all doing?
So we're going to do the video portion. We'll keep it brief, maybe about a minute and a half. The rest we're going to do in text and just move forward accordingly. So this is Bruce, entrepreneur, and I felt it best to go ahead and talk to him about some insight as far as the actual practicals and the factuals about what goes on with owning a business. You know, we have a lot of self-employed and loving it labels, but over here where it's good in the hood, decided to go ahead and open up my mouth and see if I can figure out from the mind of the expert what are some things that he might see that could be beneficial to us all, or maybe even just his word that he needs to get out. So, rule number one on entrepreneurship.
Rule number one. Number one rule is to always stay true and dedicated to your objective.
Got to get that one a little closer. Hold on a second. That's a repeat. That might be the only one we need.
Always stay true and dedicated to your objective. Do not give up. That's rule number one. Be willing to go the distance.
So that's distance. I guess that would also entail that you first have a clear idea of what it is that you're looking to do as far as your objective. So when it comes to something like Sweet Bob's, how did this come about as far as it being your objective? What made you want to introduce a barbecue spot in a nice, hospitable environment? Take a look. What inspired you to want to introduce this to the community?
Well, after doing this for a number of years, I found out there wasn't any good barbecue in the state of California, so I decided to come out and introduce our brand of barbecue to California. How I ended up in Moreno Valley, I had no idea where I was going. And people say, hey, you know what? You need to get to the Inland Empire. Get to the Inland Empire. Because it's just a very fertile ground. And in doing so, there's been some ups and downs. As you well know, that the economy in California has been a little tough, but we've been fortunate enough and blessed to hang on. So we did not give up on the objective. We stayed true to it. And you have to be able to ride it out. It's like a Bronco being an entrepreneur. Once you get on it, don't get off of it.
Yeah, that is some good insight. Once you get on it, don't get off of it. Now, as far as the economy is concerned, what's your insight as far as what entrepreneurs and self-employed people can actually do to help sustain the situation. I tell you personally, a lot of people that I meet and come across, you know, they got a situation where they need to, I guess, cover bills or whatever it is that they might need to do. And is that a feasible thing, or entrepreneur, you got to be all or nothing? Or?
It depends on what you want to ultimately achieve. What's your end goal? What's your start strategy? What's your end goal? It is a very difficult climate, being in business, because you all of a sudden acquire 2 sets of everything that you have. And so you have to make sure that if you go into business that you're making enough to cover what's covering you, if that makes any sense.
Makes perfect sense. Make enough to cover what's covering you. Now, if you're not making enough, what type of adjustments do you recommend? I mean, a person doing a business, and let's just say financially or profitability wise, it's not panning out, but they still want to stay true to the objective and goal. What do you recommend for a person?
My recommendation is, if one, you believe in yourself unequivocally, and you believe in your product that you're manufacturing or your services, and you can see, you know what your end game is going to be, then you do what other cultures have done very successfully, and you scale down, because number one, you believe in yourself. You scale down and become a minimalist, and so you know what you need to survive, and in doing so, you cover those basic needs, and you stay true to your objective and know that it will pan out. Hard work does pay off. It pays off. It may not pay off when you want it to, but if you stay on it, it does pay off. It's guaranteed to pay.
I want to get a shot of you behind the counter so you can see what it looks like live in person and in direct. This is actual factual in business mode, and I think it has a lot to do with your posture. Can you picture yourself as such? So I want to take y'all into Brother Bruce's world, and that way you can get an end result. Right now, this is part of it. This is early daytime, just opened up. I want to give you some insight of what it looks like when I come in here or when I pass by. Give you an insight to what I see and what inspires me. So come on,
let's go to the kitchen, see some smoke.
Barbecue. Gotta love it.
Sorry. This area back here is kind of behind the scenes. Here, this is where we kind of prep the food, and then I actually had something that was kind of prepped out there. I don't know if you can get a good view of that on the camera there. How's that looking? Where I'm at there? You can kind of see that.
Eating good, eating good.
And another thing about being an entrepreneur, there's a term, they say fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. Bake it and stake it.
So back here, it's kind of the back kitchen area. I want to swing this open. See if we can get a little smoke in here.
Can you smell the smoke?
Can you smell the smoke? This is probably the biggest investment of the brand as a whole. I'm trying to spin some meat around. This is the biggest investment for the brand as a whole. This is about $130,000, and unfortunately, they don't take happy payment plans on this type of stuff. Oh, here's some coming around. That's some free-range brisket in there. I don't know if y'all can see that. Got a couple hours of smoke. It's got, I don't know, maybe about another 10 to go.
So where do these go from here? Once they come out,
then from there they go into a holding area, and then sliced and prepared. Excuse me, for the client is ready to eat. It's a very, very simple operation when it comes to barbecue. You just have to have enough money to sustain it as you're doing it. But a very simple operation. Very, very simple.
So what's your claim to fame as far as barbecue? We saw the brisket.
Claim to fame.
Some ribs, some chicken, some hot links, specialized steak.
One of the claims to fame is you turn around, we're the only barbecue company that puts our food in a box. That's one of the claims to fame. Also, just having kind of a new, funkier, urban twist to the age-old art of barbecuing, and I think that's one of the biggest things.
So let's look at the wall and see how that works. Culture.
Yeah, a little bit of the culture.
So see, this expands into something for the community. People get the word out, other entrepreneurs for their events.
Absolutely.
So everybody's getting some publicity today.
And a lot of these things that you're seeing are things that we sponsored throughout the community or been a part of with Sweet Bob's. This is just kind of the knowledge wall when people are coming in, and our live music venues, and something that was pretty interesting to me that we did is the MMA bull ring. I know everybody likes the mixed martial arts and all that other good stuff. These guys actually put bulls inside of an MMA ring. Pretty interesting, huh?
And did what with the bull?
They were
barbecue.
Yeah, we should have barbecued them. They were actually doing MMA fighting with the two bulls running around the ring.
What they do? They watch, or the bulls watch? Well,
no, they were kind of going after the guy, so they had to not only watch out for their opponent, they had to watch out for the bulls. And so this is also one of the very few live music venues in the Inland Empire, especially Riverside County.
Yeah, another time we're going to come back and give them that piece of the story, because I'm always passing by. We need to see where the band is positioned over here.
Yeah, the band's positioned over there. That's kind of our backdrop.
With the lights and music.
Yeah, we got our little stage lights up, and we got a bass guitar up there, and some little records and little mementos, and a lot of the pictures on the wall of bands that have performed here over time.
So in addition to your cause of providing tasty barbecue, seems like you got something else as far as helping people out in the community or providing a place, or how does that tie into the overall cause?
Well, part of the cause is that you're absolutely right. We do give an outlet for the community, kind of as a focal point. Every community needs a focal point, like somewhere to kind of gather or have a stationary point of exchange. And I think that's one of the things that community is drawing back to, is being able to do that. So this is kind of it's got a funkier flavor to it, and it's a trendier joint, but it's still we still see it as the neighborhood rib joint, where everybody can kind of come down and do their thing. See if they remember this. Y'all remember this one? Kind of the old school. See, so we got the new and the old, and we just kind of blended. So you see if y'all remember these noises. There it is.
So it seems like basically it's about a good time.
It's about a good time and enjoying. The experience that we want you to have is that you came into the joint and you had a good meal. You had a nice, enjoyable meal. You came in and it's like you eat with an old friend. You know, it's like, hey, we just sit down, we broke bread, we had a nice time, and you know, it is what it is.
What it is a good thing. So we're going to close it with that. It's about 15 minutes. And it's just a natural flow and progression of things. But one thing, like we always say, it always starts with the thought and feeling. So we got the thought and feeling direct from the source. And I've seen this place come from not being here to being here, and now we're in the clear. So best things, we can go ahead and just pray to a higher power, pray to God, and keep it moving forward accordingly. Blessings. Say peace and appreciate Bruce sharing a little time with us, give us some insight. Hopefully it's inspiration.
God bless you. And come see us sometime down here at Sweet Bob's BBQ. It'll be one coming close to you real soon. Be good.